Alright, hey guys, Mrs. Magus here. Quick tour of the Inventor model for the box. We're going to make the box out of one block. We're going to actually have the bottom of the box and the top of the box be modeled on either side of this block. And we're going to use the bandsaw to cut this in half, and then we'll separate the top from the bottom. What you can see here is the bottom of the box. So there's an opening in the middle that's going to be all machined out. It's going to have a thin wall here. It's actually, I've got it as a 0.10 inches wall that goes down just a little bit, leaving a little bit of a step here for the lid to fit over. And then this little step here is just a little bit more than 1/10 of an inch. So that is going to be the bottom of the box. It's got this lip that the top will fit over. And then all the way on the other side is the box top. This one just has the one wall, which is 0.1 inches thick, and this wall will fit over top of the bottom. And then again, we'll take the bandsaw and we'll cut this right in half, and then we'll clean up the top and bottom. So when I made this, first I made the top, and I can give you a little tour of that. First I made the block, and this is 3.5 by 4.5 by 2, just like the block you'll be machining out of. And then I went ahead and put a sketch on the top of it to show the walls of my box top. Then I went ahead and I extruded down the outside 0.75 inches, and then I extruded out the inside 0.5 inches, and that gives me a nice 1/4 inch left. That's going to be the box top. That kind of flat part is a good 1/4 inches thick, and then I can engrave my own design in that. Alright, after that I flipped the box over and I made a sketch on that surface to cut the wall out for my bottom. Now, really important on this one, and I'll make this one visible so you can see it, is I based the outside edge. See this yellow line? I did not sketch that by hand. I actually used the project geometry tool to copy that exactly the same as the one I did on the bottom. So I actually clicked on the outside edges of my bottom wall to make sure that my top wall, of the top wall down here, to make sure that this is exactly the same. And then after that I took that edge and I offset it. I offset it in a very specific amount, and let me show you how much, and I can tell you why. So see right here, I've got this 0.104. I took this outside loop and I offset it towards the inside, the same exact distance all the way around. I offset it by 0.104. Now my wall for my lid on the other side is 0.100, but I need this gap that I'm going to cut away here to be just a little bit bigger. 4 thousandths is about a good amount, so I made it 0.104. And then I just offset it one more time to make that inside wall here. One other important thing to pay attention to is this inside radius right here, that one right there, that has to be cut with a round tool, and it has to fit exactly to the box top. So this inside one is going to be cut with a round tool, and it cannot have a radius that's any smaller than the smallest tool I'm going to use. Now I decided that the smallest tool I'm going to use is a 1/4 inch, which is 0.25 diameter. So this radius has to be half of that. So half of 0.25 is 0.125. So that's why that's 0.125. Okay, so then I just went and I did an extrude cut, cutting that all the way down 1 inch. Then I cut away this little bit here for the lid to fit over top, and I cut that down, I think, let's check, I cut that down 4/10 of an inch. And then, last but not least, I cut out the middle, but I couldn't cut it the full inch because then I would have no bottom left, so I cut that down 0.9, so I would have a nice 0.1 inch thick bottom layer. And again, after this is all done, I'm going to cut this with a bandsaw and machine away all this extra stuff. So that's your basic part.